what indeed is your biggest challenge that I don't know if maybe
Ooh,
this one
good
was
question.
in
Yeah,
your life that you can remember. What was your biggest challenge that you ever?
sure. I would have to say that like the triathlon is probably up there, right? One of the biggest challenges was overcoming that, not just that physical, almost drowning experience, but I would probably say one of the most difficult challenges that I've overcome is the difficulty of dealing with death and dealing with grief. That's probably the most difficult challenge I've overcome.
Yeah,
Only because, we're here on earth and we are physical beings as well. So when we lose somebody, we tend to lean on what we can trust by seeing it, by touching it, right? By hearing it, those senses. Well, and I'm sure Marianne will agree with this. Okay, we all have an expiration date, but you agree that energy cannot be destroyed,
no,
right?
never.
And every time we interact with somebody, and especially our loved ones, that is an exchange of energy also.
Right.
Now, if it's your loved one, you actually have physical energy from them because you're part of them, right? Although I believe too, we're all connected. But okay, so we know that we have shared energy from our loved ones. So guess what? When they pass, when they die, that is their earthly form, right?
Right.
Now, I wasn't thinking that 20 some odd years ago when I was faced with that, right?
Right.
But now that I've been through enough of it, unfortunately, but they're not gone. They are just part of me. And all of those different interactions, after you go through the grief process and the many stages of that, right? When you come out on the other side, what you get the beauty of what you get to do from your loved ones who have passed on is you get to use that positive energy from any of the positive interactions that you had with them. That becomes part of you. And then you get to share that with the rest of the world by the interactions that you have.
Oh, I
And
love.
so it's a transfer of energy and it keeps going. That's generational stuff, right?
I
So
love that.
yes, I know there's negative things too, but I'm talking about the positive, right?
Yeah, of course.
Once you get through that process of okay, life is a little different physically. Okay, yeah, I can't call that person, but you can still talk to them and they can still hear you.
That's right.
And if you listen, they might actually talk to you.
It's true.
Not in the way Marianne and I are talking right now, right? Well, that
You
it's
can't have a
possible.
podcast with them, but you could. It'd be kind of weird.
You could. But if you listen, they will talk to you. Absolutely.
It's true.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
So that's probably the toughest challenge, I think.
so would you say that's your biggest success then? Because that's my next question.
Yeah, then yes,
Are we
it
back to
works.
the triathlon? Because that's a pretty big success story too.
No, I got to go with that one. Yeah, working through understanding what death
Perfect.
really is. Death is a part of life,
It
right?
is. It is. It really is.
But you miss out on both. So frequently when you've been at someone's funeral, right? And it's funny, ironic that the word fun is in funeral, okay? So when you're at a funeral, and yes, you've gotten through the sad parts, but when you're with the people and you're reminiscing about that person,
It's fun.
there's laughter and there's happiness, and you're cracking up about this and this and this. So like it's part of life. It's a cycle, man. We're not here forever, but here's the takeaway from it. So while you're here, do something with it.
That's right.
Or what do you want to do with it while you're here? How about that?
How
What do
about
you want
that?
to do with it? Yeah.
How about
You
that?
know?